Welcome to our daily horrors. I'm Meeka Nomicon, and today we're going to be playing through the game, The 8th Day, where humanity has been pushed to live in the shadows, and demonstrous angels wander the streets, killing anything in sight. On the 8th day, the angels try to awaken God. Camp Stone, wooded area, 16:30 p.m. That day, the earth shook, the sky began to darken, and the sound of thunder invaded the world. Brother? Laika ran in my direction with tears in her eyes and clung to my leg. Relax, it's just a storm. Let's go back home. Take her hand and try to reassure her. There was something in the sky. Even I felt that something was wrong with that storm, but I couldn't show fear, not at that moment. When lightning lights up the sky, they often create weird shapes, but they can't hurt us. They're just lights. Lights? I'm not afraid of lights. As the sound of thunder intensified, I decided to take a look at the sky. My eyes peered uncertainly at the black clouds, and after a great flash of lightning illuminated the heavens, I saw them for a brief moment. Act 1. Welcome to the Night Valley. Black tears of terror and madness welled up in his eyes as he realized that his creator did not awaken. Town of Night Valley, Central Zone, 7:04 a.m. I closed the car door and looked at my surroundings. A thick fog covered the desolate and silent streets of the town. I pulled out my small, portable radio from inside my pocket and tried to tune it again. Nothing. Maybe they've already left here. I sat down on the floor, put the radio aside and let out a long sigh. They may as well be dead. I guess coming here was a waste of time. I'm about to stand up when a voice starts to be heard on the radio. I quickly pick up the small device and turn up the volume. On the other side, I could hear a cheerful female voice. I had no doubt this was the same station I had listened to a few days before. Have my little devils been missing me? I know you have. You don't need to answer me. Before I start the show and brighten up your dreary mornings with my music, I would like to remind you that starting tomorrow, the radio will only broadcast at midnight. Why is that? Because of my work. Yes, even at the end of the world they won't let me rest. By the way, if you want to join our noble cause, kill some angels, and also want to be a special guest on our midnight show, we will be waiting for you at the Red Sky apartment complex, located in the small town of Night Valley. I'll be waiting for you, little devils. The woman's voice cuts out, and slowly a classical music song begins to play. I turn off the radio, put it in my pocket, and pull out the map. Red Sky. It's not too far from here. I can walk there in about 20 minutes. I set my course for the Red Sky apartment complex and started walking in the hope of finding that group of people. As I advanced, I could not help but feel overwhelmed by the silence. It was something almost supernatural. There was no sound of people, machines, or animals. The only sound that seemed to be heard in the whole city was the uncomfortable echo of my footsteps on the cold asphalt. When I was halfway there, I decided to stop to look at the map again and check if I was going the right way. As strange as it sounded, I felt that the deeper I got into Night Valley, the thicker the fog became. If this is Hope Street, I just have to go this way for 2 more blocks, turn, and then I just have to follow a straight road. Out of nowhere, a thunderous metallic sound echoed throughout the street. My body froze for a brief moment, while my eyes glanced nervously in all directions. As I turned around, I could see that the cause of the sound had been an old light pole that had fallen down near the alley. It looks like this town is falling apart. I'd better be careful. I don't want to stand in the wrong place. Out of simple curiosity, I approached the pole to observe it. I don't like this. The image I saw made my body tremble. As I examined the lamppost, I instantly recognized that it had not fallen naturally. The pole had a huge dent in the center of it, as if something had crashed into it. Nervously, I started backing up and saw something that puzzled me even more. In the same scene, there was a small black spotted path that seemed to go in the direction of the alley. Examine the spots, I say. Let's see what we're looking at. A warm, viscous substance that gives off a faint aroma of putrefaction. Reminds me of that storm. Faint memories of the past begin to come to my mind. My parents. My sister. Instinctively, I shake my head and force myself back to reality. Okay, let's go examine the alley now. Following the black spotted path, I approached the alley and observed its interior. Is that an angel? I believe I should run. I should probably flee right about now. There, in the depths of the alley, and almost camouflaged in the fog, in blurry, whitish-skinned figure was staggering back and forth as if searching for something. Even though I couldn't see it clearly, my heart couldn't help but beat with fear. I had never seen one of those things from such a short distance before. For a few seconds, which seemed like hours, the being looked in my direction, and perhaps because of the fog or out of mere disinterest, it ignored my presence. The creature continued walking until it finally disappeared into the dark depths of the alley. Slowly, my heart began to calm down to its normal rhythm. It's not the time to chicken out. Remember why you came all this way. After that event, I continued on my way to the apartment complex, but I slowed down and began to observe my surroundings more closely, as the feeling of being stalked was something that I simply could not get out of my mind. Minutes later. Town of Night Valley, Red Sky apartment complex, 7:45 a.m. I had finally arrived, but the place was not what I expected. The apartment complex looked empty and lifeless, almost like the rest of the buildings and stores I had seen along the way. Despite that, I kept walking towards the large entrance gate, where there seemed to be someone standing guard. Are we sure this person's human? I'm beginning to think this is a trap. Oh, hello, little devil. Are you lost? Is this the Red Sky apartment complex? The same and unmatched. The only apartment complex with beds so hard you'd rather sleep on the floor. That's not the slogan of this place, but it is an undeniable truth. Well, a few days ago I heard a transmission while I was driving down the road. Wait a second. You listened to the broadcast, and that's why you came here. What did you think of the music? I am here for something more important than music, thank you very much, especially because you played classical. There's nothing most enticing of music, I'll have you know. I didn't come all this way to talk about music. I heard they were creating a resistance group and could kill angels. Again, are we certain this is not an angel? I mean, the hollow eyes kind of make me think like it might be. Is this all some kind of trap? Is their base here? What kind of weapons are they using to kill those things? Oh! I thought I already had my first fan. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. If you're looking for a safe place, you don't have to join the resistance. 2 streets over, we have a refugee center. comfortable beds, nice people, and the food is not bad at all. Except for the times when I go there to cook. But that's a topic for a different day. The girl gives me a friendly look while waiting for my answer. Okay, do we want to join the resistance or do we want the refugee? Do you know what? We are here to fight! I don't come to this town to hide in a shelter or meet nice people. I'm here because I want to kill angels. Who do I have to talk to get a gun and start working? Take the elevator and go to the 4th floor, then enter room 13. There you will find what you are looking for. Thank you. Without another word, I turn away from the girl and head to the front door. Before I can even touch the doorknob, I feel someone grab my hand. I turn around and look back. I don't think you're interested right now, but my name is Trish. Alexander. Alexander? That's a very pretty name. I've got to go. Would you say we talk another time? Oh, sure. Sorry. I didn't mean to bother you. May I know why you want to kill angels? Wait, pending accounts? What's pending accounts? I want to know what pending accounts is. Oh, we have scores to settle. That's what it meant. I understand. I have some scores to settle with them. Many people came here with the same attitude and didn't make it very far. Death is an endless spiral with no reward. No matter how many angels you kill, what was taken from you will not come back to life. Ignoring Trish's words, I open the door and step inside the building. Act 2. The other angels. The black rain disappeared, the angels descended, and a mixture of madness with violence enveloped the world. Okay, I'm going to guess the angels managed to kill our sister, right? And that's why we've got a grudge to settle. Red Sky Apartment Complex, 4th floor, 7:52 a.m. The elevator bell rings and the doors open. I had finally reached the 4th floor. As I stepped out of the elevator, I found an empty hallway and complete silence. The atmosphere felt strange, and my mind picked it up instantly. Suddenly, an avalanche of questions popped into my head. Was this really the Resistance base? Why did the place look so abandoned? Why was it so quiet? Where were the other people? Easy, easy, easy. Maybe they are a small group and are scattered throughout the building. Also, it's very early and possibly most of them are sleeping. My mind calmed down enough not to ask any more questions, but remained alert. After what happened in the alley, letting my guard down was not an option. Well, that girl said she had to go to room 13. I start walking down the hallway and look at the door numbers. 10, 11, 12. Number 13 should be around that corner. I'm about to turn when I begin to hear some murmuring from the other side. Unsure, I chose to poke my head out and watch in silence. Get over it. He was just an idiot. He seemed like a very nice guy to me. Okay, maybe he does talk pretty, but he was useless in bed. In bed? Bed. No, I got the wrong word. I meant to say that I was an idiot inside. When you introduced him to me, you said you had never touched him. Well, I may have lied to you a little bit. How many times did it happen? 6 or 7? I don't really remember it well. The guy was someone pretty forgettable. In my defense, I'd like to say I did it for you. Did you have sex with him for me? What a great sacrifice. It really makes me so proud. It's no big deal. Are you going to get mad at me for that? I think she's already mad, to be honest. Come on, Agatha. If it's any consolation, let me tell you that the guy couldn't hold out for more than 10 minutes. You're really not helping your case right now. You should be grateful to me. I saved you from a bad relationship. Sometimes I think you are very unsympathetic to me. Eliza. Silence. I think I saw something move behind that wall. Looks like useless Trish isn't doing her job right. Stupid angels. I told you Trish was an angel. I mean, we could probably all predicted that, but still. They have to be truly insane to get in here. Wait, don't do anything stupid. Wait, unless they're assuming I'm an angel. I got this! The armless girl's eyes focus in my direction. I tried to get out of my hiding place to avoid the confrontation, but my body does not obey. My legs tremble, my body refuses to move, words do not come out of my mouth. It's the same feeling I had when I saw that thing in the alley. That girl is not human. First sub! Restoration! After reciting those words, a mixture of flesh and metal began to wrap around the area where his arm used to be. Don't be afraid. Unlike you, I'm going to get things done very quickly. Second sub. Invocation of the 12 seals. Incredulous, I open and close my eyes, unable to believe what I am seeing. Dark, twisted symbols float freely throughout the hallway, as if I have a life of their own. As I watch with confusion what is happening, I notice that the girl had disappeared from the hallway. She's getting behind me, right? Were you hiding in the shadows, little angel? What's the matter? Don't you want to play anymore? She was standing next to me. The strange girl grabbed my neck with the grotesque arm of flesh and metal. Her sharp claws curl around my throat. Slowly, the oxygen stops flowing through my body. My vision is distorted. Painfully, I feel death claiming my body as everything goes dark. I knew it was going to be a trap. Well, you know the only thing that to do? Let us just go for the refugee camp. I'm curious, do we get a different dialogue if we just be more polite? Sorry, I didn't hear the music. I really paid very little attention to the music. Classical songs have never really appealed to me. What interests me was what they said. I heard they were creating a resistance group and could kill angels. Is their base here? What kind of weapons are they using to kill those things? Okay, so where's our option? To choose the refugees. There it is. Okay, we are going to the refugee center now. Maybe it was time to let go of the past. Laika is long gone, and revenge would not revive her. I can't change the past, but I can change the present. It's time to give meaning back to my life. I want to go to the refugee center, and I want to help people. Many of the people who take refuge there are somewhat elderly and are unable to do many activities. Your help is something everyone will appreciate. Lately, the angels have been mobilizing around this area, and the resistance members barely have time to go help the people in the shelter. Even if I can't fight, it's going to be a pleasure to give them some support. The girl makes a smiling face and hugs me. Violence doesn't solve everything. Some situations require people with a good heart, like you. Welcome to the Night Valley, and welcome to the Resistance. After those words, the strange girl whose name I still do not know took me by the hand and gently offered to accompany me to the shelter. Act 2, a new beginning. I let go of the past, but that doesn't mean I'll forget you. You will always be in my heart. Night Valley Village, Refugee Center, 8:01 a.m. Well, here we are. I didn't think it was going to rain today. Is something wrong with you? You seem a little distracted. The rain is bringing back bad memories. Bad memories? Nightmares, hallucinations. I used to live chained by my past mistakes. Until I found people who helped me and showed me a hobby that made me leave the past in oblivion. Are those people here in the Resistance? No, they died last year, during the 8th day incident. Sorry. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Even though they are gone, the good times we had together and the things they taught me will never go away. The girl approaches the large metal doors and gives a few knocks. A childish voice comes from the other side of the door. Who is it? Guess what, little devil? Trish? Is that you? Miss Zoe. Get more insightful every day. Do you think you can tell your mum to open the door? She's busy, but I'll open it for you. The grates begin to slide automatically, releasing a loud metallic screeching sound. Finally, the door opens and a little girl emerges from inside. I thought your turn to come help was tomorrow. Mum says you can help with the cleaning, but you can't go to the kitchen anymore. I guess she didn't like my mashed potatoes either. That looked like burnt mud served on a plate. It didn't deserve to be called mashed potatoes. How cruel! But I can't be mad at you. You're too adorable. Can you do me a favour? Okay. He just arrived, and it would be very gracious of you to give him a tour of the place. Let me think about it. What's in it for me? Smart child! You'll know to get your payment. If you do, I promise to never try to cook mashed potatoes again. And I'll bring you some candy tomorrow. Deal? Wait, do I get candy too? I very much want some candy. The little girl takes me by the hand and leads me inside the place without even giving me the time to say goodbye to Trish. Take care, little devils. I introduce myself. My name is Zoe Relish. My name is Alexander. With a neutral expression, the girl makes a small bow. Ready to start the tour, Mr. Alexander? Of course. Excellent. This place we are in now is the main hall. On some occasions, we gather here to play board or card games. This back here, this is the suggestion board. We can only write down on things that are very necessary. Oh, I almost forgot. Before I go on, meet my pets. I scan the entire room with my eyes, but I can see no sign of any animal. Do you have pet rocks by any chance? Where exactly are they located? In front of you. The one on the right is called Gummy, and the one on the left is called Lena. Oh, the plants are your plants. Well, I suppose technically they are living things. I look to the front and realise that she is talking about plants. At what point did the plants become? Well, let's go on. Up the stairs are the bedrooms, and if you go down that hallway, you'll find the kitchen. That door over there leads to the inner courtyard, where the shed is. But Mum says I can't go out in the outer courtyard at night, so our tour ends here. Okay. Where do I want to... How about... I kind of want to go explore the inner courtyard. First we'll look at Zoe's drawings though. I approach Zoe and look at her notebook. Mr. Alexander! Don't you know that spying is bad manners? Sorry, just wanted to see what you were drawing. Zoe pulls the sheet out of her notebook and calls me. Oh, they look very mad. Are they your plants? Oh, remember. Are your plants pets? Exactly. It's Gummy and Lena kicking the headless man. Who is the headless man? It's a monster that walks crooked and makes strange noises. I saw him through a window once before I went to sleep, but Mom says it was just a bad dream. I think he's real, but he is hiding because he is afraid of Gummy and Lena will attack him. Zoe picks up her sheet again and sits back down to continue drawing. I really want to go explore the inner courtyard. I really, really do. The faint sound of rain enveloped the gloomy morning atmosphere. Watching the sky was an unavoidable action. With trepidation, my eyes were mesmerized, watching the black clouds invade the sky. Enough! I closed my eyes and bowed my head in resignation. The black rain, the hut, the church, all that is in the past. I had chosen to come to this place to leave the past behind, but my mind was not making things easy for me. I took a long breath of fresh air and decided to contemplate the surroundings to distract myself. The inner courtyard was much larger than I had imagined. It was about 30 square meters and surrounded by a long, thick concrete wall. Long grass, rusty playground equipment, dead flowers. With a little work and a good attitude, any place can become a home. I remember my dad saying that when we had moved into that old cabin. What do you say, Dad? Do you think I can make this place my new home? For the first time in a long time, an optimistic grimace appears on my face. A loud clap of thunder dulls the sound of the rain for a moment, and in the distance, the lights of lightning begin to illuminate the skies. Looks like the storm is going to get worse. It's going to be better going in. I am about to return to the main hall when I see something that catches my attention. In the far reaches of the courtyard, there was a light. A light I didn't remember seeing when I left. Puzzled by the matter, I ignored the rain and advanced in the direction of the light. That's the shed Zoe mentioned. Looks like they forgot the light on. Well, this is a bad idea, but I'm going to turn the light off because that is my only option. Knowing that I was in a safe place, I entered the shed with confidence. Hello? I expected to meet someone inside, but that didn't happen. It seemed strange to me. I was completely sure that I had not seen any light when I first went outside. Inside there was only me and those strange wooden trunks. I remember seeing some trunks very similar to these before. I closed my eyes and tried to remember. It was months after what happened in the church. I thought it would be over if I left the village. I arrived in the city and they forced me to enter that camp. It has to be a mistake. The angels killed all of those people. Black Arrow no longer exists. Disbelieving but fearful, I begin to check the trunks. I let myself be blinded by the kindness of that girl and never asked her who was organizing all of this in this town. How stupid was I? Had I really let myself be bored by the kind words of a person I didn't even know? Finally, on the outer surface of one of the trunks, I find what I was looking for. That miserable sheet of paper seemed to be waiting for me. Okay, wait. Can I do both? I mean, I could just read it from here. We'll read objectives. Note, objectives. Destruction of the infected Type B. Mobilize the camp to the area to be indicated by the command on the 042707 on radio frequency Y0462M2 T6V2. to organize the new supplies sent. As soon as I had finished reading the document, the strong pain invades my head. No, I wish to read all. Oh, curses. Well, I made a mistake. My vision blurs. I begin to feel a warm substance gushing from my skull. Finally, I lose my balance and fall to the ground. Well, I was murdered. The only option you got, would you like to be murdered by angels or would you like to be murdered by little crows with planks of wood, most likely? I am blaming that child. That child is the one that murdered me. I don't care. It wasn't the parent. It was that tiny, tiny little child with a large, large plank of wood. Well, I hope you enjoyed that playthrough of the 8th day. Got to say, I'm really curious to see where the rest of the story is going and how it fits in and what's going on with the world and these angels. And who is Black Arrow? I have no idea. Anyway, if you want to check out the game, I'll leave the link in the description below. If you've enjoyed your time here, then please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, or maybe check out my main channel where I release horror videos daily. But other than that, hope you have a spooky day and I'll catch you next time, guys.